Hello, today is 26th of May, so we read from Proverbs 26 and Jeremiah 49. So in Proverbs 26, I like verse 6, whoever uses a fool to send a message cuts off his own feet and brings violence upon himself. So you may not always be wanting to send a message, but people talk anyway, so depending on who you're talking to or telling certain things to, they're just going to spread the information regardless if you want them to or not, because a lot of people feed off of gossiping and stuff like that. So it's important to be careful who you're communicating certain things to, like certain sensitive information, because a lot of times people can't be trusted with certain things, and because it may stir up or cause a lot of quarreling. So only say what needs to be said in a lot of cases, to avoid those type of conflicts.
That is so wise, and I'm sure you find that on social media and in your generation with so many people communicating. Verse 22 spoke to me, and it could be verbal words, or it could be words written out, text, or sent out in a message. But it says, those words of a talebearer are as wounds. They hurt, and they go down into the innermost, deepest parts of the belly. And I oftentimes say, to my son, just be careful what words you speak, because it stays forever. Yeah, sticks and stones, they hurt bones, but well,
Words
listen,
will never hurt me.
well, words can hurt. It says the words of a gossip are swallowed greedily. People have an appetite for that. This is another version, and they go down into the innermost being. So they want that. People still, we were in the store last week, and you were like, those magazines are still being sold, like the Inquirer and Star. Yeah, people still have an appetite for that mess. It's never, ever satisfied, and they just eat it up. And
Everybody else's problem but their own.
yeah, right. And they compare themselves, and they're like, yeah, my life is not that horrible. But the Lord wants us to get satisfaction from Him, peace, and to, put our trust in Him and not worry about stuff like that around us, especially celebrities. All right, what about Jeremiah?
Like verse 11, abandon your orphans and I will keep them alive. Your widows can trust me. So that verse was talking about what won't happen to the people. Like, they won't have people who will take care of their children and whatnot. So if you're like a parent or whatever, you should find people or surround yourself with people who are, like, if anything happens, because you can't predict the future, but like whatever happens, like, know that they'll be in good hands. Like whoever's care they fall under. So you may not have siblings, but you may have befriended someone. Make sure they have wisdom, so that whatever happens, at least your children will, like, they'll still grow spiritually in the right way, and they'll be nourished. Because a lot of problems nowadays are because of bad parenting, and you can't predict. Life is so fragile, so it's just a strain.
Yeah. And a long time ago, that was the whole point of having godparents. But like I said, as long as you have angel advocates around you, as long as you surround yourself with people who are like-minded and have similar goals and visions and respect toward the things of the Lord, then you can entrust your children and know that they will be taken care of no matter what happens. Amen. If thieves come during the night, won't they steal only until they've had enough? And that's in verse 9. Listen, God will protect the dwelling. He'll send angels around the house, and all will be well. So have a wonderful evening, resting in the promises of the Lord.
Right.